If you work every day and still feel behind in life, this message is for you. Not for motivation, not for hustle, but for clarity. Because something is wrong and it is not you, every month your salary arrives like a small relief. For a moment, you feel safe and relaxed. Then reality slowly starts taking it back. Rent leaves your account without asking. Bills quietly follow right after. Food and fuel finish whatever is left. You look at your bank balance and feel confused. You wonder how money disappears so fast, and you start blaming yourself again. You tell yourself you should budget better. You promise to spend less next month. You believe discipline will fix everything. But next month comes and nothing changes. Same stress, same pressure, same anxiety, and that is when frustration becomes heavy. You start feeling tired even before the day begins. Work feels like a loop with no exit, and life feels expensive for no clear reason. Here is the truth most people never hear. Your salary was never meant to make you rich. It was only meant to keep you functioning. Not rich enough to escape the system, not poor enough to question it. Just comfortable enough to survive inside it. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is how modern money systems work. And they work very efficiently. Every year, prices quietly rise around you. Rent goes up without explanation. Groceries slowly cost more than before. Transport becomes more expensive. Energy bills climb higher every year. But your salary barely moves. Sometimes it does not move at all. And when it does, it moves too slowly. Slower than the cost of living. So even when you earn more money, that money buys less life than before. This is called losing purchasing power. You feel like you are running faster, but the road keeps moving against you. And the finish line keeps going further. This is why hard work feels useless now. Not because work is bad, but because the rules have changed. The system rewards ownership, not effort. It rewards assets, not time. And salaries only trade time. When prices rise, owners benefit. When prices rise, workers suffer. This is the imbalance no one explains. You give hours of your life every day, and you get fixed numbers in return. Numbers that lose value every year. That is why you feel stuck for years. Same job, same stress, same lifestyle. Even after promotions and raises, you think something is wrong with you? But millions feel the same way. That should tell you something important. This system was not designed for freedom. It was designed for stability and control. Freedom was never part of the deal. A salary is survival money. It keeps the lights on, but it does not build independence. Yet people are taught the opposite. They are told to work harder. They are told loyalty will pay off. So they push themselves even more. They sacrifice health and time, and still fall behind. That creates silent burnout, mental exhaustion without answers, and constant financial pressure. Most people are not lazy. They are simply exhausted. From playing a losing game, once you understand this, something changes. You stop hating yourself. You stop feeling guilty. You realize the problem is structural, not personal, not emotional, but systemic and intentional. This knowledge is uncomfortable at first because it breaks old beliefs. But discomfort leads to clarity. Clarity helps you think differently. Not emotionally, but strategically. And strategy always beats effort. This does not mean quitting your job. It means changing your expectations and understanding its real role. Your job funds your survival. Nothing more, nothing less. Freedom requires something else. Most people never question this. They stay trapped in hope, waiting for a raise to save them. But hope without understanding is dangerous. It keeps people stuck for decades and steals their best years. Once you see the rules clearly, you stop panicking about money and start planning instead. Planning does not mean gambling. It means learning how systems work and positioning yourself smarter. The rich do not work harder. They work with leverage, and leverage multiplies effort. Workers sell time. Owners control systems. That difference changes everything. No one explains this in school. No one explains it at work, because informed people are harder to control. So people stay busy. Busy enough to not question, busy enough to stay silent. That is why this realization matters. Not for anger, but awareness. Awareness creates options. Once you understand the trap, you can look for exits, not shortcuts, but real exits. Exits start with mindset shifts, not motivation, but logic. Logic cuts through fear. You stop chasing more hours, you stop chasing approval, and you start chasing control. Control over time matters most, because time is the real currency. Money only represents time. When you trade time for money forever, you stay limited by hours. And hours always run out. That is why salary alone fails. Not immediately, but slowly. So slowly you barely notice. Years pass without progress. Stress becomes normal, and dreams become quiet. But understanding breaks that cycle. It brings mental relief first. Then strategic clarity. You stop competing blindly. You stop comparing lifestyles and focus on your own position. This awareness is powerful because it changes decisions. Small decisions compound over time. Most people never reach this point. They stay distracted by noise and accept pressure as normal. But you are listening right now. That already makes you different, because awareness always comes first. This video is not about solutions yet. It is about understanding reality. Solutions come after clarity. Without clarity, solutions fail. With clarity, even small moves matter. That is how progress begins. You were never broken. You were never weak. You were misinformed. Once misinformation is removed, confidence slowly returns, and fear loses control. You stop reacting emotionally. You start observing patterns. Patterns reveal opportunities. Opportunities are invisible to the stressed mind. Stress narrows vision. Clarity expands it. That is why understanding money matters. Not for greed, but for peace. Peace comes from knowing the game, not from winning instantly, but from playing correctly. Most people never play correctly because they never learn the rules. They only follow instructions. Instructions keep you obedient. Rules make you aware. Awareness creates leverage. This knowledge is step one, not the finish line, just the beginning. Once you see the salary trap, you stop worshiping paychecks and start questioning systems. Questioning leads to growth. Growth leads to independence. Independence leads to freedom. Freedom is not luxury. It is control over choices, and choices define life quality. Most people trade freedom for comfort without realizing the cost. Until it is too late. Comfort feels safe initially, but it slowly becomes a cage, and cages are hard to escape. This video is not meant to scare you. It is meant to wake you up. Awakening is always uncomfortable. Once awake, you see clearly. You move differently. You think long-term. Short-term thinking keeps people poor. Long-term thinking builds resilience. That is the real difference. Your salary is not evil. It is just limited, and limits require alternatives. Alternatives require patience. Patience requires understanding. Understanding starts here. Most people never reach this awareness. They stay inside the loop, repeating the same cycle forever. But cycles can be broken, not with anger, but strategy. Strategy always wins quietly. This knowledge gives you calm. Calm allows better decisions. Better decisions change outcomes. Nothing changes overnight, but everything changes. Eventually, if direction is correct, direction matters more than speed. Rushing without clarity leads nowhere. Clarity makes slow progress powerful. You do not need motivation right now. You need understanding. Understanding creates internal stability. Stability helps you think clearly. Clear thinking beats chaos. Chaos keeps people trapped. Your salary explains survival, not success. Success follows different rules. Rules that are rarely taught. Rules that require awareness. Awareness you are gaining now. This video is step 1, not the solution itself, but the foundation. Foundations decide how high you can go. Weak foundations collapse. Strong ones last decades. You now understand the trap. Next comes understanding effort, and why effort alone fails. In the next video, we will talk about hard work, and why it often backfires. This realization might feel heavy, but it is necessary. Truth always feels heavy at first. Give yourself time to absorb this. Do not rush conclusions. Let clarity settle. Once settled, fear reduces, and calm returns. Calm is powerful. Most people never reach calm. They live in constant pressure. Pressure clouds judgment. You are stepping out of that, slowly but surely. And that matters. Understanding money is self-respect, because it protects your time. And time is life. This knowledge cannot be unseen. Once understood, it stays and changes future decisions. You are not late. You are becoming aware. Awareness always comes quietly. Do not panic after this video. Just observe your environment. Patterns will become obvious. This is not the end. This is the beginning. And beginnings are powerful. In the next video, we go deeper into effort and its illusion. 1. If this resonated with you, stay with this channel. We are just getting started.